ठीक है, चलो प्रणाली, कैन यू हेयर मी? हॅलो प्रणाली, आवाज ऐकू येतोय माझा?
यस सर येतोय.
ओके फाइन. सो अभ्यास सुरू केले का? रिव्हिजन, हॅव यू स्टार्टेड रिव्हिजन?
यस सर केलं चालू.
टॉपिक कव्हर होत आहेत का जे टॉपिक्स मी दिलेले आहेत रिवाइज करण्यासाठी? तू या वर्षी अप्लाय केले होते का एक्झामला, 2020 च्या एक्झामला?
हो केलंय सर.
ओके फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लेम. ठीक है. हाँ, what about you, Naveen? Have you have you read all the topics which I've given to you yesterday?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm able to complete most of the topics except one or two are left.
Okay.
I will take it them today.
ठीक है, no problem. And you are also solving the questions, right?
Yes, yes. I'm referring previous year questions as well, along with the
very good. Very good. ठीक है. What about you, Sonali? हेलो.
रिव्हिजन केलंय सर कंप्लीट.
रिव्हिजन केली आहे. बर, कळत आहे ना आता? म्हणजे काही डिफिकल्टीज वगैरे आहेत, काही डाउट्स वगैरे आहेत का तुला? मला वाटतं आता तिसऱ्यांदा किंवा चौथ्यांदा तुझं रिव्हिजन चालू असेल मे बी, राईट? हॅलो सोनाली, am I audible to you? हॅलो हॅलो.
हॅलो.
हा सोनाली, आवाज ऐकू येतोय ना माझा तुला? हॅलो
हॅलो. हा सर, आवाज येतोय तुमचा.
बर, ठीक आहे. तुझा अभ्यास चालू आहे ना प्रॉपर? म्हणजे मी आय एम एक्सपेक्टिंग दॅट की यू नो एव्हरीथिंग अँड यू आर डुईंग रिव्हिजन प्रॉपरली. सो दॅट्स वाय आय नॉर्मली डोंट आस्क एनिथिंग टू यू, बिकॉज आय नो दॅट यू आर डुईंग इट इन अ राईट वे. फाईन.
हो सर, करते मी. तुम्ही शेड्यूल बनवून दिलाय त्याप्रमाणे.
यस यस यस, तू करते म्हणून मी तुला जास्त विचारत नाही. तुला जास्त सांगायचं आणि विचारायची गरज पडत नाही म्हणून मी जास्त विचारत नाही तुला. नाहीतर असं नाही वाटायला पाहिजे की सर मला काहीच विचारत नाही. ठीक आहे,
नाही सर.
चेक. ओके ओके. व्हाट अबाउट यू Zainab? गुड मॉर्निंग. Am I audible to you?
Yes good morning sir.
Yeah. So you are finishing the topics which I am giving to you, like the
Yes
topics.
I have revised.
Okay, good. And after reading the topics, you also have to go through the previous year question paper
Yes.
to get an idea that how the UPSC is framing the questions on that particular topic. Fine. Okay.
Yes.
Chandrasekhar, how's your revision is going on?
Yes sir. Nice sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, no problem. Then if you have any doubts for yesterday's, what you can see the topics which I've given to you to watch, you can ask me the doubts. First I'll try to clear those doubts of yours, and then we'll go for the today's plan, that what you have supposed to do in the today's class. Just any doubts?
Parliamentary committees and cabinet committees.
Parliamentary committees and? Yes, Sonali, can you repeat it again? I couldn't hear you properly. Hello? Okay, I guess she's not getting my voice. Anyone else? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Yes, Yasmin, no doubts today?
Cabinet committee and parliamentary committee.
Cabinet committee and parliamentary committee difference. Okay, cabinet committee means a committee which is made up of ministers, which is made under the government. Right? And parliamentary committee means the committee which has been made up of the legislatures. Like we know in India, and there is a parliament and there is a government, right? So the government is made up of what we can say some of the member of parliament who are the part of the council of ministers, and they are called as cabinet minister, right? So if that committee is made up of what you can say by the cabinet ministers, and the decisions related to the government is taken into the cabinet meeting, right? The policies of the government are taken into the cabinet meetings, while the parliamentary committees are the committees of the legislatures, like both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha ke jo MPs hote hain. So in that parliamentary committees, both executive members and non-executive members are also there. And normally the parliamentary committees are created for the purpose of making laws. लॉज कैसे बनाना चाहिए, कोई इश्यू पे अगर लॉज बनाया जा रहा है तो उसके लिए क्या बनाए जाते हैं, उसके लिए पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटीज बनाए जाते हैं. And for what you can say, the cabinet committees are what you can say created to take a decision of the government. So that is what is the difference between the parliamentary committee and cabinet committee. Right? So the decision of the governments are taken under the cabinet committee, while the decision related to the parliamentary functions like किसी टॉपिक पे अगर लॉ बनाना है या किसी टॉपिक पे अगर कानून बनाना है तो उसके लिए जो कमिटीज बनाई जाती है उनको पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटीज कही जाती है. Again, at the same time, you know, parliamentary committees, some parliamentary committees are created to held responsible and accountable to the government. Like for example, public accounts committee, and then we have what you can say the rules committee. So these are all the committees which are created to keep account on the what you can say the functioning of the government. Fine. Got a difference between parliamentary committees and cabinet committees, Sonali?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Anything else? Farhan, you never have any doubts. You don't ask me questions. Is your speaker is still working or it's still having problem? Farhan, can you speak? Okay. Farhan, I am not able to hear you, but I hope you are revising the topics which I am giving to you every day. So I am expecting you to finish it within the given timeline. Yes. Any other doubts? No doubts for today.
लेमड्यूक सेशन म्हणजे काय?
काय?
लेमड्यूक सेशन.
लेमड्यूक सेशन.
हाँ.
पार्लियामेंटरी सेशन मध्ये जे एक सेशन बनवलं जातं त्याला लेमड्यूक सेशन म्हणतात, राईट? ठीक आहे. अदर टाइप्स ऑफ सेशन्स काय काय माहित आहेत का तुला? दुसरे जे टाइप्स आहेत म्हणजे सेशन्सचे. There are various types of sessions. म्हणजे when parliament calls what you can say a congregation, that is what is called as what you can say the sessions. And who calls the session? Hello?
President calls.
Okay. ठीक आहे. सो लेम डक सेशन म्हणजे काय असतो की जेव्हा नवीन लोकसभा जेव्हा बनवली जाते, whenever a new लोकसभा is what you can say constituted after election, so the first session which is called by the President of India is called as lame duck session. Why it is called as lame duck session? Because in the first meeting many important things happens. One is about the what you can say trust motion of the government, then appointment of the speakers and deputy speakers, and oath ceremony of the member of parliament are taken place into the first session, and that is why it is called as lame duck session. Lame duck, you know what is the meaning of duck? Duck means zero. So what happens in the first session? सबसे पहला जो सेशन होता है, पहला सेशन मध्ये the newly elected member of parliament are given the oath, and then a speaker is elected, and the new speaker what you can say tries to what you can say check it out which what you can say the person have a majority support to form the government. So that is why this first session is called as lame duck session. The first session immediately after the new Lok Sabha is constituted is called as lame duck session. Clear, Sonali? Hello, am I audible?
Yes. Yes, sir.
ठीक है, चलिए. Ruhina, how is your progress? You are reading the topics which I have given to you regularly?
No, sir, I am unable to read.
You are unable to read or you are unable to finish? बिल्कुल भी कुछ भी नहीं पढ़ा जा रहा है या मतलब खत्म नहीं हो पा रहा है?
नहीं सर, बिल्कुल पढ़ा ही नहीं जा रहा, बस आपके लेक्चर ही देख रही हूँ.
वो फिर लेक्चर देखने से उतना ज्यादा फायदा होगा नहीं, आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा खुद से कुछ. ठीक है, यू हैव टू रीड इट बिकॉज लेक्चर में तो मैं सिर्फ डाउट्स क्लियर कर रहा हूँ ना, पूरा तो नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं अभी यहाँ पर.
हाँ.
ठीक है, चलिए. व्हाट अबाउट यू मनीष? यू आर फिनिशिंग द टॉपिक्स व्हिच आई एम गिविंग टू यू?
Yesterday's I'm not done. First 2 days is done. So today maybe I'll take up yesterday's and
because,
part of
yeah, because Monday I'm planning to take what you can say, I'm planning to take the
give the test. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday I'll do the test.
So before Monday, you have to finish all the topics of polity. That is
Yes.
that is what is the target for you and
Yes,
for
sir.
all of you again. Yes, Chandrasekhar, Cabinet Secretary is the highest port of civil services in India. Cabinet Secretary means that he controls the whole civil services in India. All the civil services are under the Cabinet Secretary, and his function is to, what you can say, advise the government in terms of policy makings, in terms of, what you can say, taking the decisions related to the civil services in India. So that is why that is what is the function of the Cabinet Secretary. And he act as a boss for the civil services. All the civil services, whether it is IPS or IRS or IAS, all those civil servants who join the government job, they work under the Cabinet Secretary. So he is head of the civil services in India. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Anyone knows who is the current Cabinet Secretary of India? Hello. Anyone who is the current Cabinet Secretary of India? अक्षय, माहित आहे का सध्या भारताचे कॅबिनेट सेक्रेटरी कोण आहेत? ठीक आहे. If you don't know, go and just check. If you don't know, go and just check it out. Yes, Moin, any doubts for yesterday's topic?
No, sir.
No doubts. Altas?
No doubts.
Altas?
Yes, sir.
Don't
No
have
doubts,
any?
sir.
Don't have, no doubt. Okay, fine. Okay, what about you, Zainab? You have any doubts?
One question.
Yes.
Sir, can anyone who is not a member of parliament make a petition of defection against the member of parliament?
Defection. You're talking about defection, right? You're talking about the anti-defection law. Like suppose if any member of parliament who is, what you can say, who is defecting his party, or like if he is not following the, what you can say, the guidelines, so he's not following the orders given by his party, then can anybody what you can say, file a case against him? That is what you are asking, right?
Yes, sir.
No, normally the procedure of disqualification of the member is that the leader of that particular political party in the house gives petition to the speaker, and speaker take a decision on it. Like for example, suppose in Rajasthan's case now, in Rajasthan case, Sachin Pilot has, what you can say, what you can say, defected the party. But in the house, the parliamentary जो committee होती है या parliamentary जो body होती है, उसका कोई एक head होता है. One person is appointed as the head of the parliamentary what you can say, the committee, parliamentary body. So he gives petition to the speaker, and then speaker decides about it. Got it? So that is what is what you can say, that is what is the issue. The issue of this particularly who can disqualify the members has come in the Maharashtra as well, because when in Maharashtra, when the new elections were conducted last year, like legislative assembly elections were conducted, even before the oaths of, what you can say, oaths of the member of a legislative assembly have been taken, some of the members along with Ajit Pawar, they went on the other side. Now the Rashtrapati Congress, what is the Nationalist Congress Party, they could not claim that we should, what you can say, disqualify them, because the disqualification petition can be given to the speaker by the, what you can say, the parliamentary body head. So since the parliamentary body head is still not elected and he's not been recognized by the speaker, then who should give the petition? That was the question arise. That was the constitutional question arise at that time. So not a person outside the member can, what you can say, file petition to disqualify the members. Only the leader of the party in the house, again, not like, it's not like supposing now Sonia Gandhi is a head of the Indian National Congress, she will go and file against the MP. Not actually, it is the leader of the party in that legislative assembly and in the house. He gives a petition, or he gives, what you can say, the petition to the speaker to disqualify that particular member, right?
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, what is gelatin closure? Sonali Yadav. Okay, gelatin closure, is it related to government budget, Sonali? Hello? Government budget से related आहे ना हे gelatin?
Yes, sir.
हा, जिलेटिन म्हणजे काय की जेव्हा गव्हर्नमेंटचं जेव्हा बजेट लाईक whenever a budget is presented in front of the parliament, so if the parliament cuts some of the expenditures or some of what you can say the provisions in the what you can say the annual financial statement, then that is called as jiletin. Like yesterday I have talked about like cut motion आपण काल बघितलं होतं, लक्षात आहे. So similarly cut motion मध्ये जसे how the what you can say some of the provisions and some of the expenditures are what you can say reduced or they are cut from the annual financial statement. So that is what is called as cut motion. So gelatin is the same name. Gelatin means completely cutting that particular what you can say what you can say the whole provision is called as gelatin. In cut motion there is reduction in the tax rate or there is reduction in the expenditure, but in the gelatin the complete provision is removed, and that is what is called as gelatin motion. कळलं दोन्हीमध्ये फरक काय आहे? ठीक आहे. यस रुपाली, यू हॅव.
सेम क्लोजर पार्लिमेंटरी प्रोसिडिंग्स मध्ये पण आहे.
येस येस, पार्लिमेंटरी प्रोसिडिंग मध्ये पण सेम क्लोजर आहे. यू आर राईट. यस रुपाली, यू हॅव रेज्ड हँड.
Sir, is the advice of Council of Minister is binding on the governor or he can work by its own discretion?
Yeah, sometimes some of the decisions advice given by the Council of Minister is binding, but in some issues he can take his own what you can say the discretion. So it is not binding like the president, because in case of president the advice given by the Council of Minister, it is binding on him, but it is not binding in some cases to the governor.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Why today we don't have any what you can say doubts today? I guess you have not read it yesterday, that's why you must not be having any doubts.
Sir, can you explain regarding interstate water disputes, sir?
Is it a topic in yesterday's list of topics?
Sir, central state relations.
Yeah, center-state relations. So interstate water dispute.
Dispute.
Okay, fine. So in interstate water dispute, you can see that in interstate water dispute, there is one article in the Constitution of India which says that the interstate water dispute shall be what you can say resolved by creation of what you can say the water tribunals. Like for example, suppose if there is a dispute between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu related to Kaveri, then a Kaveri water tribunal is created, right? If there is a dispute between Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh over the distribution of water of Godavari river, then Godavari water tribunal is created. So that water tribunal means what? That water tribunal will decide that how much water should be kept in Karnataka and how much water should be given to what you can say the Tamil Nadu on the basis of various reasons, various what you can say the criteria, like what is the amount of water required in Karnataka, what is the amount of water is required in Tamil Nadu, and again what you can say what is the storage available in the Karnataka, what is the storage available in the Tamil Nadu, then again whether the water should be allowed to use for agriculture purpose and industrial purpose or not, or whether only the water should be used for the drinking purpose only. So there are various what you can say the criteria are that. So that is decided by the water tribunal. Now water tribunal is again headed by the judge of the Supreme Court of India. A separate water tribunal are created for the separate rivers, right? So these are called as like for one particular river, like Kaveri river, the Kaveri water tribunal is created. For Godavari water tribunal is created. So separate water tribunals have been created for separate rivers, and whatever the judgments is given by the water tribunal, it should be binding on the or you can say on the parties which are involved in that what you can say the water tribunal. And but sometimes the judgment given by the water tribunal can be appealed into the Supreme Court of India for not for the decisions, but whether the tribunal has followed the proper procedure or not. That is what is decided by the Supreme Court of India, right? So here in this case you can see that the water tribunals have been created under Article 282 of the Indian Constitution to resolve the dispute between the two riverine states. right? To riverine states or riparian state, that is what is the word is used. So to solve the disputes between those, what you can say, the riverine states. Fine. So any
Yes,
other
sir.
doubts if you have apart from this about the water tribunal? If you have any specific doubt,
No,
you
no,
can
sir.
ask.
No, actually, I just confused about that. So now I understand.
Okay,
Yes.
so so you got it. Water tribunals. Water tribunals are created as per the constitution provision. So water tribunals are constitutional bodies because they have been mentioned in the
Yes.
constitution. So article number. Anyone knows what is article number of water tribunal? Just go and check it out. I guess it is 282, but you just go and confirm it. I don't think you know to remember the article number, but how it functions that you need to see.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Shall
Yes, sir.
So shall we discuss a few questions of the previous year, like we were discussing previously? So you want me to discuss few
Yes,
questions?
sir.
Okay, fine. Check. Or if you have any specific questions, if you have gone through the previous year questions, if you have any questions which you find it interesting or you do not understanding anything, you can ask me. Any questions? I hope all of you are going through the previous year questions. Okay, can you see the screen? Is it visible to all of you?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Check. Okay. Now we will see these questions. Which of the following are envisaged by the right against exploitation in the Constitution of India? Yesterday we were discussing this question. So which of the following rights which are given in the fundamental rights are rights against the exploitation in the Constitution of India? So it's a basic question from the fundamental rights chapter. So someone is not muted. Can you please mute yourself? Who is not muted? Okay, is it fine now? Check it. So
Yes.
which of the following are envisaged by the right against exploitation in the Constitution of India? So first option is that first option, prohibition of traffic in human beings and forced labor. Is it there? Can anybody tell me the right against exploitation provisions are given in which articles? Article numbers
23, 24.
23 and 24.
23 and 84.
23 and 24, right? So is in 23 the prohibition of the traffic in human being is mentioned, and traffic in human being and forced labor.
Yes, yes. The
It is
exact
there.
words are
Yes.
Right. Okay. Abolition of untouchability is a part of rights against exploitation.
no. It is in equality. 16.
Yeah.
No.
So
sorry,
abolition of untouchability comes under the right to equality. Right, Zainab?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And third, that is protection of the interest of minorities. Is it in right against exploitation or rights of minorities?
Rights of minorities also.
Right. So prohibition of employment of children in factories and mines. Is it in the right against exploitation?
Yes, sir, 24.
Yes.
So what should be the answer of this question?
See 1 and 4.
1 and 4. So is it a difficult question? Is it a difficult question?
No, just knowing the
So
name, which
it is straightforward.
This is very easy question. If you know the basics of fundamental rights, you will find out the answer. Right? This is again a 2018 question. This is a 2018 questions where the cutoff was one of the lowest. Like in 2018, the cutoff was like 98 for open categories, 84 for SC category. So do you know it was very easy to get the 84 marks in 2018 if you had prepared in this way. Fine. See, UPSC exam is easy. We people make it more complicated by reading more material, by reading extra material and reading extra what you can say बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ के हम उसको खुद हम उसको क्या करते हैं कॉम्प्लिकेट करते हैं. प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में बहुत इजी सवाल पूछे जाते हैं, बहुत बेसिक सवाल पूछे जाते हैं. Right? Okay, someone not saying something. Any doubts about this question? कोई कुछ बोल रहा था regarding this question? Nothing? ठीक है. Going to the next question, question number 8. Farhan, I want you to answer this question. If you're not able to speak, you can message me. Out of the following statement, choose one that brings out principle underlying the cabinet form of government. Cabinet, like someone has asked me a question. So what is cabinet, right? So cabinet form of government ka, what is the principle underlying in the, what you can say, the cabinet form of government? Yes, welcome back, Gitanjali. You are late. What's problem? Why you're joining late?
So there was a network problem, so
Network
couldn't
problem.
join.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay. So can you answer me the question of question number 8? Can you see the question? Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So I want you and Farhan, both of you, to answer this question. So why cabinet form of government is formed? Why cabinets are there? Cabinets are there, but why cabinets are that I have already discussed with you. Cabinets means what? Cabinets means some important ministers, group of important minister. It does not include all the ministers. So what should be the reason for having such type of cabinet, what you can say, the type of government?
सर प्रत्येक वेळेस सगळ्या मिनिस्टरला मीटिंग साठी बोलवणं पॉसिबल नाहीये, त्याच्यामुळे
आन्सर
काही
काय आहे
महत्त्वाचे
या प्रश्नाचा आन्सर काय? या प्रश्नाचा आन्सर काय? व्हॉट इज द आन्सर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? A or B or C or D?
ओके.
C, sir. Mechanism of parliamentary democracy.
D, sir.
Collective responsibility of the government.
A mechanism of parliamentary democracy for ensuring collective responsibility to the people. Here to the people. Okay, Rupali, what is the answer of this question?
B, sir.
C for Calcutta.
No, sir. B for Bombay.
B for Bombay. Okay. What about you, Naveen? What do you think? B is correct or C is correct?
I think it's C, sir.
C. Okay. ठीक है. Gitanjali. Pramod.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer of this question?
I think
Yes,
the
sir.
answer is
काय वाटतं तुला आन्सर प्रमोद? आन्सर इज बी और सी.
एक मिनिट सर, मी प्रश्न वाचतो. मी फक्त कॅबिनेट माहित होतं, मी प्रश्न वाचून सांगतो.
मला उत्तर पाहिजे, पण उत्तर
तेच
मला एक्सप्लेनेशन नको आहे, मला उत्तर पाहिजे.
हा ठीक आहे सर.
ठीक आहे. Yes, Chandrasekhar, you want to say something?
C, sir.
C. Okay, fine. Check. Yes, Rupali, why B is the correct answer and why C is wrong as per you? Chandrasekhar, can you please mute yourself? Yes, Rupali, continue.
Sir, cabinet ministry involve the important ministry, so that B is correct answer.
B, sir.
Yes, Pramod, सांग. हॅलो प्रमोद, आवाज ऐकू येतोय का?
एक मिनिट सर.
Okay, so answer of this question is B, because cabinet are created because to take the quick decisions, right? So first statement, an arrangement for minimizing the criticism against the government cannot be the reason for what you can say for the cabinet form of government. Like it's not to reduce the what you call it is not to minimize the criticism against the government. Second, a mechanism of speeding up the activities, like cabinet form of what you can say the government is what you can say a mechanism for speeding up of activities of the government whose responsibilities are increasing day by day. See why C is wrong. Actually, this is a mechanism of parliamentary democracy for ensuring collective responsibility of the government to the people. This is not the reason. Actually, this is called as collective responsibility. This term is called as collective responsibility. So C is wrong. And D, that is a device for strengthening hands of the head of the government whose hold over the people is in a state of decline. So although the answer given here is C, but the correct answer of this question should be what you can say, mechanism of speeding up the activities of the government whose responsibilities are increasing day by day. Fine. Check it. Next question. Question number 9. Which of the following is not the feature of Indian federalism? See here, this is very important. Indian federalism. What is which one of the following is not a feature of Indian federalism? So questions are continuously being asked on the federalism. So you need to know what is the meaning of what you can say the Indian federalism, which is not a feature of the Indian federalism. Yes, Zainab, I want you to answer this question. Read the options quickly and find out the answer and tell me what is the answer and why that is the answer.
सर ऑप्शन शो नहीं हो रहे.
ऑप्शन नहीं दिखाई दे रहे. I can see it, but
सिर्फ दो ही दिख रहे हैं सर.
Can you all see the options? नीचे scroll करो.
Yes, sir. हाँ सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
D, sir.
The question is that which one of the following is not a feature of Indian federalism? So they are asking which is not a feature of Indian federalism.
I think the answer is D, sir. Yes.
D.
D is related to USA, sir.
So it is the result of an agreement among the federating units. So this is wrong.
Yes, sir. Wrong.
Okay, why other three are correct? A, B, C. Why A is correct, why B is correct, why C is correct? Means correct means why they are the feature of Indian federalism. Is there any independent judiciary in India?
Yes, sir. High
No,
Court
no,
or
sir.
Supreme Court.
So, हमारी judiciary India में तो independent है, right? All of you know that the judiciary in India is independent, right? Then the independent judiciary means what? Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of independent judiciary? Yes, Zainab. What do you mean by the term independent judiciary, which is there in India?
Yes, sir. It is there.
But what is meaning? Like it is independent means exactly what?
Sir, there is no sort of partial judgment.
No.
I
Yes,
mean,
Sona?
sir, the courts not regulated by the government.
Okay. Okay. Sonali, what is the meaning of independent judiciary? Hello. Okay, Gitanjali, do you know what you mean by the independent judiciary? I guess Sonali's voice is not clear to me. Her network is not working properly. Yeah. Independent
So the
judiciary means
judiciary has no interference of the legislature body or executive body. It is independent from the administration.
independent from legislature and executive, right? Independence in what?
Yes, sir.
Independence in what? Yes. Can anybody tell me? Independence means exactly किस चीज में independent है judiciary? Yes, Manish. Independence means the judicial appointments are independent. The judges of the judiciary, that is judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts, are not appointed by the executive or they are not appointed by the legislature. So the judicial appointment is independent. That is what is mentioned here. That is what is the meaning of independent judiciary. Got it? So in India, the judges are not appointed by the parliament or the judges are not appointed by the government. They are appointed by collegium. They have their independent body which recommends the name for the judges to both Supreme Court and the High Court, and that is why it is called as independent judiciary. Clear हो गया? Independent judiciary मतलब क्या? Zainab, got it? What is the meaning of independent judiciary? Independent judiciary means what? Where the judges are not appointed by either executive or legislature. But in case of England, the judges are appointed by the legislature. In case of USA, the judges are appointed by the executive. But in India, the appointment process or the appointment of the judges is carried independently. That is why it is called that there is independent judiciary in India. Power have been clearly divided between the center and the state. This is wrong. It is not clearly divided between center and states. Sometimes the center can make the laws on the state subjects as well. So this is not the feature of the Indian, what you can say, this is the, what you can say,
The separation of power.
Yeah, this is the, what you can say, feature of the Indian, what you can say, the federalism, where both union government and state government have been, what you can say, given the, what you can say, the responsibilities in the form of 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution.
Sir, but the powers are clearly divided, no?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. See, that is been divided like in 7th schedule, union list, state list, and concurrent lists have been created. So that is why B is a feature of the Indian federalism. C is the federating units have been given unequal representation in the Rajya Sabha. Yes, this is also correct. Like we know that not all the states have the equal representation in the Rajya Sabha. Various states have various numbers of members in the Rajya Sabha. That is why C statement is also correct. But in America or in US, the equal representations are given to the states. Like every state sends 2 members to the central legislative, what you can say, legislative body. Got it? So here the answer is conceptual. It's a very conceptual question. Fine. So I guess only 1 minute is left. So we need to stop here. Do you want me to discuss few more questions or shall we stop?
Few more questions.
Okay, so I'll do one thing. I will end the session now. We will start it again. We will discuss few more questions and we will also discuss about the today's study plan. Fine.